I am taking a moment to reorient myself by describing my journey in as concise a short story as I can make it. So, here it is. I started playing piano when I was 6 years old, and I took private lessons until I went to the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh and completed my lower division piano lessons but not my upper division piano lessons. I took music in grade school. In middle school I played auxiliary percussion in band, also in high school. At the university I took choir. After completing the required theory and aural skills for a bachelor in music, I then transferred to St. Cloud State, Minnesota and took more piano lessons and also composition classes. At that time I got spooked out and self-sabotaged by creating a piece that was supposed to be playable but ultra difficult to the point where the professor couldn't play it, and I got a C+. https://youtube.be/4zkl3dzg4 ?
Si uguale JOSAQLT6GMLP6TBG.
https://youtube.be/wrw4tsuyujgw ?
Si uguale ATA 4K1B-MZQLJ6Y0.
So, I stopped taking classes for a while and then moved to Fresno, California and completed a career college diploma in business office administration, which prepares you to be a secretary and also to get a degree later in business administration. I was practicing enough pieces from the well-tempered clavier for 1 hour of music at that point. But I got upset that no one even cared to hear it, and I decided to focus on composing for a while. At that time I was playing elaborate piano improvisations on Facebook that would last 15 to 30 minutes each. I composed my most complex and musically beautiful compositions at that time, and I am very proud of myself. At this time I started to think people were poisoning my nutritional powders and to think that people were stalking me. I became so distressed that I convinced Mom to pack my things up and that I was going to move to Sacramento. When I got there I couldn't find a place to stay, so I told my mom that I was going to just get a tent until I found a place. I put blankets on the tent and a tarp on top of that and had a 0-degree sleeping bag and a -30-degree sleeping bag. I only had my guitar with me, but I could hear the environment so well and I actually enjoyed it even though it was dangerous. Someone lit fires near the tent and by the grace of God I was still awake and saw it. I was stupid and tried to put out the flame with my hand and got severe burns and was in the hospital for that. I made a truly miraculous recovery, and looking at my hands you would never know. That marked the end of my time in Sacramento. After the hospital stay I was in behavioral health for about a month and then returned to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Must be more than 2 years ago now, maybe 3 I suppose. The first thing I did when I got back to Oshkosh, Wisconsin was enroll in Whitewater for an online business administration degree. But my schizophrenia has been really distracting and I didn't actually take any classes at Whitewater after I successfully enrolled. That was 6 paragraphs that describe the beginning of my journey and where I am at right now. I am glad I wrote that because it's good for me to remember and have a prepared statement in case people are interested. Where do I go from here? I am now diagnosed schizophrenic and I live with my mom and get money from the state, so it is reassuring to know that I don't have to go anywhere actually. However, it is more likely that I will adapt to the schizophrenia and probably work on the online business degree. After living in the tent away from the piano, it took a little time for me to return to the ability that I had before pianistically. But I have been working on the well-tempered clavier again to maintain and preserve the keyboarding skills that are so helpful when composing. My dad taught business and law at the university and became a department chair. I originally wanted to do my own thing, but after spooking myself out I think it makes sense for me to go with plan B, which is do what my dad did or something similar. For now I am just going to focus on understanding my schizophrenia and relax knowing that I am perfectly fine the way I am. But, realistically I am probably going to want to complete some degree because I can and should. Even if I get a degree in business administration I will never stop playing music, and I think it's reasonable for me to believe that if I continue to obsess about the well-tempered clavier that at some point I will play and record them all simultaneously. During this time I plan on continuing my focus on improvisationally singing. I should also do more guitar and piano improvisations, but lately I have been focusing on solo singing with a drone on F3 because that's the note my gong plays.